through the shadows where the storms collide. She stands with courage as her guide. Her whispers echo louder than screams, faithful to God through broken dreams. She's the silent storm, unshaken, strong. Through the trials, she's where hope belongs, a survivor standing tall, unbowed. Her voice a beacon breaking the cloud. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive.
I'm so ahead of myself. Hey, you guys. Hello. Oh, sorry I'm late, you guys. I was doing my compression vest compression testing today. So I was a little bit behind because I started late and it takes like about an hour to get that, that chest compression vest that I showed you guys before done. Okay, so but we are live on today. Thank you all for tuning in with me today. I really appreciate it. Oh, excuse me. Hope you guys have a good day today. I know here in my state, it's cold. In my city, it's cold. It's really, really cold. And when I say it's cold out here, it's cold out here. Okay, this morning was 11 degrees. And it felt like it was, -1, 0 degrees, so it was cold today, y'all. I don't like this. This is not my season, but God created it. So he says good. Hey, it's good. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't care for winter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spring and summer child. I like that I like that warm weather. I hate to put a bunch of bundle up clothes and stuff all on. I just don't like that. Wait a minute, we here to talk about when love affair goes wrong. We not here to bash anybody. We not here to tear down, anybody. We just gonna talk about it. Okay. So this is a drama-free channel. And I talk about everything, what I'm saying? So this is the headlight. So we gonna talk about it, you know what I'm saying? So Sherrod Moore and Paige Shiver, you know what I'm saying? Had got caught into a fling. So that's what we're gonna discuss about on today. Okay. There's stuff that I'm gonna be reading different articles and give some of my own opinion, stuff like that. But before I get started, y'all know me. You got enough time to go get you something to drink, get you a snack or whatever, because I got to go do what I do. What I do is what I do best. Okay. I got to welcome everybody in here as at first. So when people do come in, when they do come into my watch the replay later on, they can hear everything what I have said. Okay. So you just entered the for Lisa's Royal Jewish Palace Room, known as Safe Haven over here, where it's real talk with real people in real life. You will see God's love, peace, joy, happiness, unity, and respect. This live stream, like I said, it's a discussion I am talking about today. It's going to be some of my opinion or my thought. But if the shoe fit, just wear it. Okay, it's just a conversation over here. You know what I'm saying? We like to talk about the about realness of over here. Okay. So we definitely gonna just note that I am not no preacher, a teacher, a counselor, a therapist, a lawyer, or a doctor. I'm just a willing vessel being used by God for his purpose, not man. Okay. And I just I like to elaborate on that right there because sometimes you find people like to try to control you, like to try to tell you where you can and where you cannot go. Or if you support this person who I do not like, I can't deal with you. I got to step back. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like, to me, that's immature stuff. Okay. I don't fall for that type of stuff. That's why for Lisa stand 10 toes down where she at, for Lisa to go where she want to go. She would not allow anybody to try to use me for a puppet or for me to do what they want me to do in order for them to stay over here with me. It's not going to happen. Okay. It's not going to, that's why my channel is small today, because I got my own mind and I do what I want to do when I want to do it. Okay. I'm not for that I'm not going to like her because you over there with her. That's not me. Okay. So that's all I had to say about that part. So it is what it is. That's just me. If you're moderating, you have to come into my live chat. You are welcome to drop down your link anytime that you choose to. Okay. And I'm definitely going to put up the disclaimer. I got to put the disclaimer up there because it's very important to put the disclaimer up there for several reasons. You know what I'm saying? For the protection of your channel, because you might use other stuff out there. So we're going to do a copyright disclaimer. Okay. When I use other information, I don't use it to tear down a person. You know what I'm saying? I don't use it for that. I use it to talk about it. Okay. Even with my 𝘠𝘠𝘠 and Holly case that's going on. I don't talk about Holly. I don't knock Holly down, but I talk about it. Okay. I know I'm a supporter of 𝘠𝘠𝘠 from the beginning, but I still talk about it, but not tearing her down. Okay. So they're going to copyright right there on your screen. And it reads, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allows it's made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tip the balance in favor of fair use. Okay. So let me remove this down. So that's where we at. So today, like I said, we're going to talk about when love affair goes wrong. And as you been hearing about the talk, what I'm saying, it been all over. I just, step back, what I'm saying, let everybody else, get their point of views and stuff like that, because I was too busy focusing on 𝘠𝘠𝘠𝘠. So I decide I want to talk about this today because I'm starting to see this more and more and more. And it hurts when you see your Black brother going through something like that, going through this, especially when they in the high rank, they leaders, they being seen all over the world, all over the world, and something like this uh, drop on you. Okay, who fault is it? Who fault is it? We got to take accountability of the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? We got to just, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not going to knock the brother down. The brother's going through. He's going through a whole lot at this point. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he lost $30 million a year job. He was getting paid big money. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that and see, and we're going to pull up some more, stuff that I have found, and we're just going to talk about it. Okay? Just going to talk about it. Okay, so the video discussion on today, on Wednesday, December the 10th, 2025, University of Michigan head coach, football coach named Moore has been terminated with cause effective immediately. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of the university policy, and University Michigan maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. For one thing, when you sign a contract, you know, when you sign a contract over there, hey, soul sister, thank you for coming back. I'm sorry I was late. I had a I was, I gotta do this chest compression every day, and it took like an hour to get that done. So I kind of started late, so I had to get that done. But thank you for coming back. But anyway, and I hate that the brother is going through what he's going through. But for one thing, and don't tell her how long people been looking at them out there. You know what I'm saying? Because she is his assistant. Okay, so whatever she do, she does a lot of work for him. So they work closely all the time, every day, probably late at nights and stuff like that. Okay. So because she is his assistant. So ain't telling who her told, ain't telling who she didn't told. She probably told her best friend who's this is just me talking. This is just my opinion. This is my thought. Okay. She probably, told her best friend and trusted her best friend. Her best friend told her best friend. You know what I'm saying? That's how stuff probably get leaked out. You know what I'm saying? But that happened that way. They said the rumor is that he had ordered something from a Uber driver using his own credit card and sent whatever it was. He sent it, I guess, over there to her. I guess that's what happened. Okay, so we finna go here and read about it. Read some of the stuff that I had pulled up. Okay, as of the outcome, as of that I put up on yesterday, a situation involving Coach Moore and the staff member Paige Shiver. It says Sherrod Moore was fired, like I said, for the cause by University of Michigan on December 10, 2025, following university investigation that found credible evidence of an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which we already know, they're not, this is Paige Shiver. This termination, which you see her on my, you see a picture of her on my, what you call it? I forgot, I can't think. See? Oh, sorry. You see a picture of her, okay? I got on my thumbnail. That's what I'm trying to think of it. This termination allows the university to potentially avoid paying the remaining 14.5 to 16 million on his contract. Don't forget, he get paid 30 million a year, and now he already got half of that. Okay, so that's the other half that they owe him. Hours after his firing, Moore was arrested by the police in Pitts Township, Michigan, in connection with an alleged assault. He was subsequently charged with felony third-degree home invasion, misdemeanor stalking, domestic relationship, and misdemeanor breaking and entering or entering without breaking, whatever that means. According to reports and police audio, Moore went to the victim's home, which is Paige, where a verbal argument ensued in alleged brandish knives and scissors. Okay, they say he had brandish knives, like a steak knife, not a steak knife, but a butter knife. They say he had two butter knives and some scissors, and threatened to harm himself before fleeing. Okay, so after the incident happened, after he got fired and was told he got evidence, because they said that she took some evidence there to show them, I guess, because she had broke off with him a few days before, and he didn't like, I guess he couldn't accept the break off, and he kept on texting her, and she, took it to front. That's what one of the articles I read. So what happened? Paige Shiver, she's an executive assistant to the head coach. has been widely identified in the media reports and online speculation as a staff member involved through the university has not officially named her. Okay, so this all alleged reports, okay, that I'm reading, but that's who they pictures they got flying all over, okay? Reports indicate she initially denied the relationship, but she did come forward with details at the more decided to fire her instead of transferring her, okay? So it must have been an argument between them two. See how when that mad day come, the mad day come, everybody want to spill the tea. Everybody want to spill the tea when mad day come. The legal investigation into the criminal charges against Sharon Moore is ongoing, and the university has appointed an interim head coach for the upcoming bowl game. Okay, so Michigan did make the bowl game, but guess who's not going to be there? Moore. It's not Coach Moore's not going to be there. Hold on, let me get some water. I just want to say this: as Black men in America, okay, when you are blessed with that much money, blessed in that position where you at, you have to be careful how you act. You got to be careful what you do because all eyes are on you. Okay. Moore hurt a lot of his players. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his players, he probably had a relationship. What I mean by relationship, close to him. You know what I'm saying? He probably was their mentor. You know what I'm saying? They probably looked up to him. They had to, but that was their coach. You know what I'm saying? So now he broke a lot of people's heart. You know what I'm saying? Now that's why, we got to learn from the mistakes from the other ones that did before us. He's not the first one. Edmund Moore did it, before him. You know what I'm saying? He should have learned that from him. And he lost everything, So we got to be careful on the things that we do. Okay. Okay. So sister, you got to be careful of the things that we do in front of people. Okay. Because like I said, you don't tell them who watching you. You know what I'm saying? And when you delivering stuff, even through a Uber and you using your own name and whatever it was that he delivered over there. Okay. Using his own name and with his own card on it, and ain't no telling what it was. You know what I'm saying? So whoever the driver was, you is well known. When you well known like that, you know what I'm saying? And people know who you are, and it said, whatever the card might have, University Michigan probably on the card or something. I don't know. You got to be careful of what you do out here. Okay. Got to be careful what you do out here. Yes, so let me pull this up right here. Well, anyway, we're gonna go on and keep talking. Paige Shiver, the staff member widely identified in the media report, as I read just now. Okay, I read it. Okay, it says the university had previously investigated the potential relationship over the summer of 2025. So these are already being watched, okay, based on the anonymous tip. But both Moore and Shiver denied it at that time. And the investigation found no evidence at that time. So they was already being looked at. Okay, when they was being looked at, that's when they should have just laid back low and just, stop it if they was continuing to do it because they both denied it. And I kind of believe that this is just me. This is just my opinion. Got right from my opinion. It's just my opinion. This is not, I'm not saying this is how it happened or what happened. I believe that she probably would end up losing her because she didn't lose her job. She's still there as a staff. And she probably got threatened. She did not come out with it. It was a possibility that she would lose her job too. That's why I believe she came out with it. When Moore allegedly continued to contact her, she went to the administration office with receipts, including text messages and emails detailing the affair. Okay. Reports suggest this occurred after Moore decided to fire her instead of transferring her as the university requested. This new information prompted the university to terminate Moore's contract for a cause immediately. Okay. Okay, now here's the timeline. Okay, the timeline that they said how it happened on December the 10th. Okay, on the day that Coach Moore was fired. Earlier in the day, no time is specified. Okay, University of Michigan athletic director Ward Manuel informed Sherron Moore that he was being fired for cause after the university investigation found credible evidence of an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. And how they found that credible information is from her text message, that he was text messaging her. That's how they found that it was real, it was true. And this suggests to me again before I go on, and I hope she didn't get involved with him to set him up. You know what I'm saying? To set him up, you know what I'm saying, that he's messing with a staff, because that's in his contract. He's not allowed to mess with no staff members. None. So was she placed there just for his fall? Who knows? Just I'm talking. Okay, I'm not putting nothing out there. Around 4 p.m., a 911 call was placed by individuals on the phone with the female staff member, Paige, reporting that a man, which is Moore, was inside her apartment and been stalking her for months, grabbed a knife, threatened to kill himself, and then ran. So I guess, he stalking her for months, he said. That's what the information said. Then at 4:10 p.m., when this all happened on the same day, December the 10th, the Petersfield Township Police Department responded to the resident, investigated the report, then reported the assault. Around 4:30 p.m., dispatch received a second call, reportedly from Moore's wife, stating that he was suicidal after losing his job and had walked out with several knives. Okay, so after he lost his job, after him and the lady broke up, now his wife had found out. Now it's all over social media. People talking, everybody talking, especially in the sports field, and that because he's up there with the high ranks. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his face is being seen all over the world. So all that pressure is coming on him, with him being a married man with 2 daughters, you know what I'm saying, and had his mistress, you know what I'm saying? So now he's not thinking. He's not thinking, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He lost everything. He still had money, but he lost everything. And if his wife decides that she's going to lose him, he's going to have to pay some big child support, through his kids with the little bit money that he do have. Okay. So at 4:43 p.m., like I said, it's not here to dog him, because it is what it is. He has got self accountability. This is real life. Okay, it's real life. Okay, it's our decisions and it's our choices that we make. Okay, to do things, because he had a choice not to do it when he know he had a wife and children at home, but he chose to mess with the little thing on the side. So this is consequences that comes with it when you do stuff like this. Okay. So later, the University of Michigan publicly released a statement around Moore's termination as head football coach at around 4:43 on December the 10th. Okay, that's when the news got it. When that when the media get it, and then us small YouTubers get it, then the Facebook get it, and then TikTok get it. Everybody got it. Everybody got this news. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking. And today is 12/15. So today's date is December the 15th. Hey, I'm just now starting to talk about it. I'm just everybody else talking about it. So later afternoon or that evening, the time is not being said, police located Moore's vehicle. It was a navy blue Tahoe in a nearby church parking lot and took him into custody without incident. At 8:30 p.m. that night, Moore was booked into a Washtenaw County jail. Okay. Then following the arrest, Moore was held overnight and apprehended in court for his arraignment on Friday, December the 12th, where he was formally charged. Okay. And his charges was where's the article on? And his charge, and I'm gonna also let you hear it, just so sad. Let me get his charges. I thought I had it up here. Hold on. Let me hold on, after he just charges. Um Okay, the former charges I filed 14A1 District Court. Is that it? Wait, hold on. Yeah, Optimus Phil, 𝘓𝘰𝘷𝘦. It was arraigned on 3 criminal charges following his firing from the university. The final charges filed, well, he got a 3rd-degree felony that was a home invasion that's carried a maximum of 5 years in prison and a $2,000 fine. Then he got 2 misdemeanors. One misdemeanor was stalking. That's domestic relationship, carries a maximum of penalty of 1 year in prison and $1,000 fine. And another misdemeanor he had for breaking and entering illegal entry carries a minimum penalty of 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. So he's looking at, if he been found guilty of all of these, unless they drop him somehow this lawyer will get him out. He's looking at 6 years and 3 months. Okay. That's going by what, the charges that he's been charged with. In the case content, the incident, prosecutors alleged that on Wednesday, December 10th, Moore entered the home of a woman with whom he had multiple relationships with. So we already know about that. So those are his charges. He got 2 misdemeanors and 1 felony. Okay. Okay. Like the it's a 3rd-degree felony, home invasion. And 1 misdemeanor was stalking, and the other one was breaking and entering. Okay. So that's what he got. He did get released from jail. Let me hold on. I'm trying to see what his bond was set. I know he had a big bond. Yep. He got the former Michigan football coach Moore posted his $25,000 bond and was released from the county jail on the afternoon of Friday, December 12th. So he spent like 2 days in jail. Okay. He went to the court on that Friday. It happened on the West, went to court on that Friday. He had a post a $25,000 bond with I think he got an ankle bracelet too. His release is subject to several strict conditions mandated by court. That is wearing a GPS teether at all times. That got to show where he's going. Continue with all ordered mental health treatments. Having 0 contact with the victim in any form. Not possessing any weapons. Consuming alcohol or non-prescribed drugs. Remaining with the state of Michigan unless granted court permission to leave. So he can't even leave Michigan unless he was allowed to leave. Okay. So at all of that all of those charges that he had on him, you know what I'm saying? And not just the charges, all of the rumors, how some people can just add rumors, you know what I'm saying? And they add, can be the truth, but they add more stuff to make it juicy. You know what I'm saying? So every time he open up his phone, he gonna be seeing this and that. He gonna be hearing his article. So yes, when we fall down, we just got to get up, shake it off, take responsibility, and move on. If his wife accept him back, I don't know what happened with their relationship. Did she decide to leave or what? I do not know. She's not out here talking right now, and neither is Paige. She's not talking either. But he's a man, you know what I'm saying? He got weak. So we just gonna keep him in prayer. You know what I'm saying? I feel for him. I feel for him that he's going through this, but black man, when you make money like that, when you up there like that, you was being seen all over. Okay, you being seen all over. You up, you was one of the best teams. I don't say one of the best teams, but you was a head coach of Michigan State, Michigan University, University of Michigan, a head coach. So you are being seen. Okay, the college football just as popular as the pro football. You are being seen, you being watched, you being looked at. So when you get in positions like that, brothers and sisters too, be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful of your wife or your husband and your children. Because the babies are small, but they're gonna be hearing this and they're gonna be old enough one day to be on the internet to see what's going on the internet. That's why I always said that when my kids go back and they ever go back and look at any of my stuff on my channels, they're gonna see that their mom and their grandma was uplifting. You know what I'm saying? She has spoke the news. But as I was speaking the news, I'm not tearing the person down. There's no need to tear the person down. You know what I'm saying? You out there, and we just talking about, we just having a discussion about it. So hopefully, prayerfully that the next young man is going to be put up there, that he see what's going on, that he won't make that same mistake. It's not worth it being up there and losing everything. It's not worth it. When you gotta somebody, because you hurt, you're not just hurting yourself, you hurt the people that's connected to you as well. You know what I'm saying? You hurt the people that's connected to you, like your mom, your siblings, your nieces, your nephews, especially your spouse and your children. And then your football players that surround you. Everybody's being hurt behind it because of your choice, because of your decision that you chose to do. We got to make better decisions and better choices. We got to be an example for, especially our kids. We got to be role models for our children. You know, so I'm sorry that happened to him, and I just hope he get peace out of it. I just he just got to recognize, he's got to accept what he did. Once he accept what he did, and he just got to live with it. I mean, it just happened. He better get a job somewhere else. Probably, be a news anchor or something like that. He's not the first one that it happened to. But brothers, I'm talking to the brothers, mainly the brothers. Be careful, because you never know what the enemy is going to plant right there in front of you. You never know. You got to be careful. You got to be careful, because if you don't be careful and the enemy puts something right there in front of you, you're going to be out there, because it's going to happen. The mask is going to come off. One is, so do not let anybody imitate you at all. Okay, so do your best and just be about your business and do what's right. Do what's right. What happened? Hold on, y'all. Did my go off? I think I went down. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm still there. But yes, so just be careful and do what's right. Okay. So that's all I have to say about that on today. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about it, just wanted to get it out, get it out there. I'm glad he's out, he's out. He is being monitored, you know what I'm saying? So he cannot go leave the state of Michigan unless, the court said he can leave. Because right now he just his mind is just not right now. Because that's a lot of money. $30 million a year. You know what I'm saying? That you losing. That's a lot of money. You know. Yeah.
That's his contract. It ain't 30 million.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My son corrected me. He said that's just the contract, mom. It's not a year. Well, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Thank you, son, for correcting me. Yeah, it's not a year. This is contract. I just seen the $30 million, y'all. That is a lot. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That and he only got for half of that because now the university trying to keep the other half. Because he's fired now. But so well, that's all I got to say about that, you guys. So tomorrow, I got to set it up yet. I do not have it set up yet. Definitely I'm Team Ramika. I always keep that on my screen in the white. Say, we're gonna keep her name in her story. I add a story to it now. We're gonna keep her name in her story alive, okay? So justice will prevail for her. Okay, so that's gonna be on tomorrow. So I'm excited about talking about Mika tomorrow. So new information that came up. I'm gonna be talking about on tomorrow as well. That I done heard today that Holly do got some family members that's in the higher in the judges, senators, and stuff like that. That's the word around the street, okay? And stuff that she do got some people that is going to be behind her, okay? So we got to just what I want the Romika team to be. That don't mean nothing because it's somebody above them, and that's Father God. You can't go around thinking that people in that family. Hey, how you doing, Betty? Good to see you. Everything is going on well. It's going on good. God is good. But we've been well, we know God is always sitting high, looking low. Okay, He got the last say so. I don't care how powerful your family is in that industry. But if God want to sit somebody down for years, God's gonna do it. So He got the last say so. Okay. So please come back to my real table talk on tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about um Ramika. Okay, so like I said, some more information that we got out there. So please keep her mother in your prayers. Tina and her son Amir and the rest of her family in your prayers. If you could do that, please. And also don't forget to Christmas is on. I'll post that up tomorrow. I ain't gonna do it tonight because I don't even got it out and got it ready for me to even post up. But she is, if you might want to Zelle her or cash up, I know her cash up by heart. That is $ Tina McMiller if you want to donate towards and give Amir a gift. You know what I'm saying? A cash up him a gift if you want. It's up to you. But I will post that on tomorrow because it's Tuesdays is dedicated every Tuesday until justice is served for Ramika that she I'll be talking about that on Tuesdays, okay, at 5:30. And Thursday is my next table talk, and I'm not for sure what I'm going to talk about Thursday. I really don't know what I'm going to be talking about, on Thursdays until like Wednesday or something. I got to think about. I'll go back into my, which is a lot of stuff I just want to talk about, but I can't talk about it all at one time. You just so much stuff in there. It really is. I want to talk about just so much. I think I know what I'm talking about Thursday. I do think I know. But I'm going to end it now, you guys. So thank you for tuning in. If you miss it, go rewind it back. We just talked about the head football coach, University of Michigan football coach Sherrod Moore. He got caught up in a love triangle and he lost his job. Behind it, he kind of went mental a little bit, during that time. He definitely had what did he have? He got charges. He got two misdemeanor charges and one third degree felony charge. Okay, with him, did what he did. So I said, man, got that when you got that type of money, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get looked at harder than any other man. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Betty. Yeah. So you got to remember, you got to be careful because once it's out there, you know what I'm saying? It's out there. He tried to go over there and harm her. He tried to he got caught and went to jail. So he got on $25,000 bond, but he also got restrictions, you know what I'm saying? So he got to keep a GPS monitor on him everywhere so he can see him everywhere that he's going. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but he put himself in that predicament. So he got to take accountability of, his action in it because he knew what his contract had told him, what he can, what he cannot do, why being the head coach. He should have followed the contract rules. It's like a job. Like when we go to work, we got jobs. Our jobs tell us what we can, what we cannot do. We got to follow those jobs rules. Okay. So that's about it, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end this slide. So please make sure you thumbs me up. And please also, I'm trying to get to 3K, you guys. I'm trying my best to get to 3K. So please help me get to 3K if you can. Share me out. And I'm like 123, more subs away for me to get that 3K by the end of the year. I've been fighting this forever, okay? Because 2025 is almost out. And now it's time for me to 2026 gonna be totally different, okay? I'm gonna be doing a lot of clicking in 2026 with better surroundings, with better decisions, okay? With better everything, okay? So that's about it, you guys. I'm out for real this time. Good night.
Through the shadows where the storms collide, she stands with courage as her guide. Her whispers echo louder than screams, faithful to God through broken dreams. She's the silent storm, unshaken, strong. Through the trials, she's where hope belongs, a survivor standing tall, unbound. Her voice a beacon breaking the cloud. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret. At 5:30 sharp, hearts come alive. Together we heal, together we thrive. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the table set for stories shared, no room for regret.